Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Master Chief made by Jazwares in the Halo Spartan collection lineup. So I think it was last week I reviewed the Red Spartan, the Spartan Mark 7, not really specifically a certain character from the series, but Master Chief being a very iconic main character type character from the series. So I think if I am going to definitely review like Halo stuff, I definitely need to review like Master Chief setups as well. So this is the Master Chief figure, and I believe this is the first figure they actually released from the lineup, and I have heard a lot of opinions regarding this figure where it's a really mixed bag of opinions, which I will go over right away as well. So once again, I think the figure looks absolutely great. It's just the small bits or small aspects that makes that situation where some people like it, some people don't like the situation. But for now, let's see what the figure comes with. So other than the figure itself, I would like to mention that mine came like a defective product where there's supposed to be a peg on the back. There's this piece with a peg on the back that did not come with the figure. So and the way how I purchased this was not really the ideal way, so there's no way for me to actually get a replacement. So I have contacted Jazwares themselves, so hopefully they will respond and I don't know, hopefully send me the part that I need. So yeah. So other than that, I am using the fist hands as well. So other hands is that you get the typical type of hand. So we get the actually fully open style hand. So you get a set of these as well. So left and right, that's pretty typical as well. So nothing too special. And then we get the trigger finger hand, a set of trigger finger hands left and right. So you can have both guns on both hands as well. And then we get once again kind of a pointing finger with the two fingers as well. So you get this type of finger as well. So yeah, pretty well done. So they really wanted to go with the old commando or commanding style hand as well. And then weapon wise, you get two weapons. Now I would like to mention, if you type in Halo Spartan collection from Jazwares, you will get multiple results, especially for Master Chief. Apparently Master Chief has a lot of versions. And there are other different versions from different games as well. So there's a Comic-Con exclusive that comes with 2 SMGs. There's another one that comes with a pistol and an energy sword. So yeah, keep that in mind. But anyway, we get the Master Chiefs or the Halo Spartans, the iconic assault rifle. Once again, a little bit too skinny, and yeah, once again, the gun itself looks good, but because of the material, sometimes out of the box it can be all bent up and wobbly. So later you might need to get a hairdryer and then try straightening it up. But yeah, for now this looks pretty good as well. And then you get the pistol, your handy dandy second arm from the game as well. Now I wasn't really aware that the color was in green. Usually you would see it in gray, but once again, pretty well made. No complaints here. The molding looks absolutely fine. It's just that I'm gonna say it's just the hands of the figure that makes it difficult to use. But yeah. Alright, so now let's get on to the review right away. So once again, I am having slight issues with this figure as well, the same issues that I had with the Red Spartan, for example, one arm being a little bit loose, so which I did fix using a little bit of glue as well, although this time I was very careful. So there's one thing I didn't mention. So here is the Red Spartan here. So when I was using the glue method, this side is fine, it worked pretty well, but I had to detach this arm again because once again, on the process while applying glue onto the peg itself, some actually got inside this joint, which kind of clogged up the joint from me moving, which is why you might have seen me being limited in terms of articulation here on my pictures. But yeah, that's one thing I need to be careful of next time. I made sure I didn't make the same mistake on this one. But for now, before we go to articulations, here is the side-by-side comparison with the Spartan Mark 7 and Master Chief. So so here is a quick comparison. So they're not the same figures. They're not the same molding, different color. No, that's not the case. These are entirely different moldings. You can see Master Chief is much more taller as well. Now, one of the biggest things I've seen on videos regarding Master Chief figure is that it's the overall color consistency. You can see on Spartan Mark 7 they did an excellent job on making it look consistent all over the board, these scratch marks, was using the silver and such. You can see that the armor has been worn out after being actually used on the field. You can actually see that in life, and there are parts that aren't, they still managed to make it look consistent in terms of color. But for Master Chief, you can see all these bits of silver slapped on just randomly, and then parts that aren't slapped on randomly. It's just green, just pure toy plastic or rubber green color going on here. So this is one of the main issues that people had with this figure. So what So what people do a lot in the videos apparently were like they either apply some ink and then rub it off, or apply some paint and then rub it off to make it look all consistent as well. So yeah, that was one of the most biggest issues, you know, that this figure had I've seen. Other than that, was pretty much same, you know, loose arms and such. But once again, with the glue method, I think it works pretty well as well. So let's see what we got in terms of articulation here. So let's see what we got. Let's start with the head. Once again, I am absolutely loving, one of the biggest things I love about these figures is the visor. Loving that, you know, chrome color, I think it's gold, yeah, chrome gold color visor. Definitely loving the overall aesthetics there. Head can go down that much and then up that much, which I think is enough. And they have a really thick neck over there. You can see like a really thick neck over there. Now going 360, I don't think it's possible as well, but still going side to side is, you know, enough. And I don't think Spartans can go 360 in their head in real life anyway, so I don't think it's really necessary. Now the body, it seems like there's like a part separation here, but I am not seeing any ab crunch nor any rotation on the top body, so they're pretty much stuck here as well. Now the arms, once again, you can go 360 here as well, and then there is the structure where it allows you to go forward and backward in terms of the shoulder as well. Going to the side now, because of the shoulder armor, I think this is more of a design thing. You can't really go to the side 90 degrees as well. And so the rotation on the lower arm itself is possible, but not 360 because of the shoulder armor as well. Yeah. And then bend wise, now I've noticed that I'm doing my best, but once again, you can't really put the arm straight. I mean, this is straight enough depending on how you look at it, but once again, it looks like you can go a little bit more, but that isn't the case. And then bend wise, it is very stiff, but you can go a little bit more than 90 degrees as well. And the hands are the same style hands where the peg is on the hand and the arm has the hole, and then you still do get the wrist joints as well for the hand. So that's pretty well done. Now before we go any further, on the back, this is where there should be some sort of peg here so I can slap on the machine gun onto the back. But once again, that's not really there because mine is a defective one. And another thing is that even though it did have the peg, I just wanted to make sure, because on my red Spartan review, and once again, I am having slight issues with the ankle joints. So you can see this one has a peg here, but once again, I've noticed even with the shotgun is that there's just not enough clearance for the weapon to be, like, I mean, I can peg it in, but you can see it's barely pegged in because of all these stuff on the back. So that is one thing I think either Jazwares needs to fix, where they have to make the peg longer or something else. But I feel like even if it was the same length, I think there might be a better chance here because, you know, there's less stuff on the back. Just wanted to point that out. Alright, so now looking at the legs here, there's no pulling out gimmick like SHF Figure Arts, but you can go forward. And apparently I did read the comments. Apparently the cranking noise that I heard on my red Spartan figure, that was not a ratchet joint apparently. Some people were pointing me out that it's just the plastic being stiff, which is why the noise is like that. So yeah. So anyway, leg can go forward like that, backwards, also possible, but in an angle because of the butt. So yeah, and then going to the side, less than 90 degrees is possible, but that's pretty good for what it is. I really feel like Jazware should have, like, instead of slapping on 8+, they should have just gone with 14 up, so that, and then, you know, increase the quality a little bit more, and I think they would have had a really nice product. Now, once again, I'm not saying this is a bad product. I think they could have done a little bit more. Anyway, so once again, that's that. And then bend wise now, for some reason my leg joint here is very stiff, but the ankle joints are very soft, so I'm gonna have to put some muscle here. But once again, bending wise, oh boy. Ugh, okay, there we go. Okay, so we have a very nice double jointed bend going on here, so that's no complaint there. And like the red Spartan, you can pull this part out and then flip it up so you can attach your side arms onto the side as well, so no big deal there. Come on, get out. All right, and then there we go. And then now for the feet. Feet are mostly the parts that I'm having issues here, because you can see the joints are moving a little bit too easily, so I might need to apply some glue one more time to, you know, fix that issue. But once again, ankle joints, you get a very nice pivot joint as well, so really well done. I think you can almost go 360 almost, but yeah. And then going forward, you do get another joint here on the ankle. We can go backwards and forwards like that. And then you're supposed to have a toe bend. Once again, the toe bend goes a little bit too easily, so I might need to super glue that as well, or apply some glue to, like, you know, lock it in place, because I barely use the toe bends in general. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the articulation. So once again, it's overall the same type of articulation that we saw on the red Spartan Mark 7. But once again, really well done. Of course, there are some parts that I personally need to fix as well. And I have heard people where some people did get the weak joints in certain areas. So yeah, I think because this guy was the first figure ever made, they had to go through some trials and errors. Hopefully, the other stuff from the in series 2 or 3 will be better than this in terms of like quality. I mean, in terms of like the joint. Oh, sorry about that. But so in terms of the joint parts as well. Anyway, so we've seen the basics of the figure. I'll be right back with the weapon demonstration, and we'll end it off there. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the first demonstration with the assault rifle. So once again, the part that I'm slightly sad about is that when I think Jazwares, when they're making these figures, they don't really consider like the weapons. They just add them in like an accessory, but not really consider like how people are gonna hold the weapon. Because I've seen so many images, people selling or promo pictures from Jazware as well. They just just only show the weapon, but never show the action figure properly holding it as often as you think. So, and even if there is, it's just like one hand weapon, that's it. So yeah, I think they were too focused on the overall the looks of the figure rather than any of the functionality of like the hands or the weapons itself. But once again, if you work your way through, you can definitely make it hold it as well. I still think I think at least this gun looks fine in terms of size compared to the shotgun, but still, yeah, it is a little bit tricky to hold this, in the style of like how they hold it in the game. But still, you can work your way through as well. So, and once again, I think the handle is a little bit too small for the hand because the hand's way larger. So I think they do need to extend stuff as well. So that's that. And once again, same trigger finger. You can hold the pistol as well. But once again, I feel it's just the overall fingers being a little bit stiff in general. But once again, once you have it in the hand, it should be okay. Oh boy. Oh god. So yeah, let me just get this through, and once again, once you have it in the hand, now you can hold it with with ease. Although once again, because the way how it's holding it, it does feel a little bit awkward because the hand seems a little bit too big. Once again, it could be the fact that the pistol in the game was definitely small. So although I'm not sure if it was this specific design, but still, it works. You can definitely hold it with no problem as well. Anyway, that is pretty much it for the review. So once again, this was the first figure ever to be made, so you can definitely see there are some certain flaws or mistakes they definitely made, but they're gradually improving their quality, like into the Spartan Mark 7. So hopefully the later series, like series 2 and 3 figures, which I do want to try out eventually as well, will have a little bit more better situations and quality as well. Anyway, that's it pretty much for the review. If it wasn't really obvious, you can definitely use the same previous weapons from any other Spartans as well. Anyway, that was pretty much it for the review. This was the review of the Master Chief from the Jazwares Halo Spartan collection. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave them comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews on, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.